All right, so the women's team doing a little wrinkle in their offense, the men's squad doing a little wrinkle in their offense. When you try this, more guys up front, just put a lot more pressure on your defense of getting back. I mean, if everything works to perfection, I'm sure you guys will score a lot of goals. But how much is it does the team has to do everything right for this?
I mean, it doesn't matter what formation we play. I think execution is what it comes down to. I think that's true in any sport. So, yeah, I mean, it has the potential for us to have more numbers forward, but it also gives us an opportunity to be a little bit more balanced defensively as well. And we've spent a lot of time to this point in our preparation for the season really focusing on how we're going to do things defensively. I think there's, definite potential for us to have more of an offensive twist, but if we don't click and we're not disciplined and we're not executing defensively, it's going to put us into situations where we have to score 3-4 goals a game, and in our conference, that's very few teams, if anybody, has the ability to do that week in and week out.
What have you seen from your guys in practice that looks promising that you're excited about?
It's hard to pick one thing. There's a lot of really positive things. I mean, we have some new players that are doing very well. We have a lot of returners who are performing well. There's a lot of depth. We have a lot of guys that can adapt and play different positions and adjust. And mentality in practice has been great. A lot of enthusiasm. The culture and the camaraderie in the team has been very, very good. So, it would be hard for me to pinpoint one particular thing. It's just a really good vibe going all through the program right now, and hopefully that's something that we can turn into some wins this year and have a really exciting season.
Are there any newcomers that fans should watch for that you feel like can really make an impact with a mixture of the returners?
We're still at a point where it might be a little too early to say exactly. I mean, there are a few kids that are kind of separating themselves, but we're at a point where we haven't really had those kind of discussions with them at this point, so we kind of keep that a little closer to the vest. But yeah, definitely some young kids that are going to make a mark this year and really make an impact. We have a couple of transfers, in particular older guys, Dalton Rice and Israel Gonzalez, that we're expecting a lot from as incoming transfer students that are going to play. But we also have some young freshmen. We have 7 new freshmen in our roster this year, and they're all pushing to make the final roster. And at this point, it's really hard to differentiate because they're all doing a really great job, and there's a lot of excitement from that standpoint as well.
For keeper, what is the competition like right now for that?
It's too close to call. I mean, we have 2 senior goalkeepers this year, and Brian and Chris Cherms, and Rob is a junior this year. I mean, every day is a battle with them. It's a really good problem to have from a team standpoint, but obviously from their standpoint, I'm sure one of them would like to be in a position where it was easier to tell. But at this point, yeah, it's a really wide open game for them, and there's a lot of potential for them to compete and show and fight and show which one of them should be the guy.
Were you guys the ones that went to Willow Creek last week?
Yes.
So talk about that experience and the importance of kind of going over there.
Willow Creek was fun. I mean, it was a challenge. It was outside of the norm. It was, got us out of our comfort zone. It's something we haven't done in the time that I've been here. It was hot. We were camping out, so intense and things like that. So it really kind of pushed guys outside of their comfort zone. But I think it did. I think our guys reacted really well to it. I think it did a great job of helping us connect a little bit more together as a team and come together and accomplish things. Functioning together in that kind of environment can put a strain on guys, and I think everybody responded positively to it. And a lot of really, really good experiences, things that I think guys will remember for a long time, but it was a good experience.
Great.
Well said, thank you.
You betcha.
Thank you.
You guys are easy.